Hello, friends. This is Julie with Butterfly Papers, and today I have a confession to make. I went to that estate sale that I mentioned, the one that said they had postcards. And I know I'm trying to be a junk journal minimalist, but sometimes you just have to go when opportunity knocks, because I also have an eBay business and an antique vendor booth that I need to keep stocked. So when I saw that they were offering the sale, my favorite estate sale company, I went for it. They had a lot of pictures and a lot of things that I like to get. Also, because the parking is so limited here, you had to reserve your slot. And you would get an hour and a half to shop and a half hour for checkout. I have never spent, I don't think, 2 hours at an estate sale. So I knew that would be fine. I'd have plenty of time. And so I think I spent maybe 45 minutes, including the checkout time. There were a lot of really interesting things in the sale. The house was kind of small, but they had so many things, so many collections, and so many things that were new or hardly used. They did keep care of their things. And I have already gone through what I purchased. And I was just amazed at the historical value of the items, how I am balancing this with wanting to be more minimalistic in my junk journaling. So first and foremost, I need inventory for my businesses, for eBay and the vendor booth. So that is my first priority for picking things up. And usually when I do, I come along and I buy a box lot of things, and there's going to be stuff in there that is not as valuable, that not listable, or it's just not worth listing. And those are the things that I can either lot up together and put in my booth, or I can play with them and either sell them to other junk journalers or use them myself in junk journaling. So it's kind of a trickle-down effect of things, that the things that I purchased oftentimes are going to contribute to my stash. But I was being very careful here not to purchase anything specifically for me for junk journaling. And I think I pretty much succeeded in that, except for a few books, and I will show you that. However, everything that I purchase, even if I think I might use it for myself, I always check values on them. Because you never know if that one item that you bought may be valuable enough that you could go buy a Cricut with the profits or something. And wouldn't that be a better investment than just like maybe a book or a newspaper or a magazine or something? So, and I also don't want to use something up that somebody is looking for, that they are searching for, especially if it is one of a kind memorabilia, like a handwritten postcard, a letter, photos, a family mementos, those kinds of things that really maybe there's only one of a kind thing. I don't want to use those in my journals because somebody may be out there looking for that, or it really it has historical and sentimental value for the family. I did a video on my previous channel about how things get separated from their families. There are a variety of reasons. Sometimes there's nobody left to give them to. Sometimes they get lost. So there are some people who retire to another state, and the children, when they die, their children never bother to go and look at the stuff. They hire another company to do it, so they don't know that their family photos and mementos have been sold. Sometimes it's just the things were left to the people who don't care for them and decide to throw it away. It only takes one generation to get rid of your family memorabilia. There are some people who will copy things and then sell the rest. Just a variety of reasons. There's sometimes where it's malice, where some people, one part of the family says, "You're never going to get these things from me," and refuse to pass it on to the people who would have preserved them. It's just so many reasons. And these actually stories came from real people that I asked for stories of. Oh, I did also purchase a quilt top too. But I didn't really purchase a lot of things just for me. And the thing is that I ended up with less stuff than I started with at the beginning of my decluttering, because I had emptied out some of the boxes, most of the boxes from under my desk, and now there is just one pile of boxes that I've added to it. And that pile is not junk journal, all junk journal stuff. A lot of it will be reselling stuff that I just have to go through and figure out where I'm going to list it and how I'm going to list it and those kinds of things, and figure out values and such. So the whole reason that I came to this estate sale, because they had mentioned they had postcards in the sale, and that is the main thing that I sell on eBay and other places. And I did find a bunch of those. I bought all of them that they had because they were only $5 a bag. And most of those are probably not going to be highly valuable, but there'll be enough there to make a profit. They weren't really looking like really old or really valuable, but it's the thing is, you don't know. There could be a hotel postcard of something that's no longer there. I've had people purchase postcards from me because they were a family business, or they had certain names or a location that somebody grew up in. There was somebody who bought a house, and I had a postcard of the house when it was in its first stages. So there's so many reasons why people will want the items. And I know I'm talking about a lot of this, and this is more of a junk journal paper crafting channel, but this is something that to be aware of when you are dealing with real vintage antique ephemera. On the other hand, yes, when you purchase it, you own it. You can do whatever you want with it. That's for sure. I just feel that I have a little bit of responsibility to try to figure out, is this valuable? If somebody's looking for this, is it rare? Is it historical? But I really do enjoy that process. I love history. I love learning things. This is probably why I lean into the vintage stuff when I am working with it. I do also like modern stuff, but it's just not the first thing I go to. What is the styles that you like? Let me know. Okay, we're going to get into the haul, and it is a huge haul. So do get a snack, get a drink, whatever kind of drink you want to get. As I'm going through the things, let me know what you'd like, what you think was interesting, what you think you would have passed on, and did I miss something that I should have gotten? I'd love to hear your feedback. And let's get to the haul. We are going to go through and look through all the goodies that I got at the estate sale, my big oops or yay, you decide. And one of the things that my big haul, and one of the things that the people were really interested in was political. So I'm going to, as I sort, put into piles of purpose. So this one, I think I'm going to put in a whole bunch of stuff for Kennedy, or the politics like this, and put that in my booth. Here's an so this is pretty cool. It's an election result. They must have been volunteers with the radio. So this, for 1944. So this actually is something I I will list on eBay because of the historical value. I think I'm just going to put all of this political stuff into one thing in the booth. LBJ, oh, that's kind of cool. Lyndon Johnson, I think. To devote November 8th. Does not give a year. Oh, in 1918 I made this. Okay, doesn't give a year. Oh well. Ooh, Johnson Humphrey. Interesting. Maybe I will put that on eBay. Here is some hand stuff. So I'm going to put this in the junk journal. So it's like written on. So a lot of these pictures were mass produced. Oh, look at that. I'm not a crook. Nixon. A lot of these are mass produced, so they're not really that valuable. Ooh, what is this? A ground observer's guide of the Air Force manual. And this is from year 1951. So that was after World War II. I think I'll put that in my booth. It's not something I really think it would be valuable listed. I'll put that in. Yeah, I'll have to look up values. Really interesting stuff. Here is Senator for Montana. So I think that'll be a booth because it is local. I want to keep that local. President Kennedy's message on conservation. I'm really guessing that a lot of the stuff is not rare. Uphold the New Deal. We'll see. This is interesting. It has a different feel to it. All right, so now we have some magazine stuff. It's a president. This is a magazine cover. So they kept the covers, and look at the advertisements. It's probably, I think this is more valuable to me as junk journaler. If it doesn't have anything interesting on it for junk journalers, I'm just going to put it in the booth. This is kind of interesting. This is kind of neat, but yeah, I'm just going to have a big bundle of politics, or two of bundles. Oh gosh, this would not be good today. I think that would not pass muster for your campaign trail. Oh, here's an old Billings Gazette. Definitely put that in my booth. Here it is. This would be good for junk journaling. Billings, local stuff. Geography in World War II. School District number 2. What is this? 1942. This was in World War II. I'm going to see if there's any value in that. Okay, so we've got more magazines and stuff. So I'm just going to not go page through it all. Just going to put it in my junk journal stash. People valued this stuff because they thought, you know, you want to save it so they have the information, and maybe someday it would be valuable. Look at these hairstyles. But the thing is, so many people save this stuff that it's really not valuable. Ooh, look at this. Look at these magazines. This is a nice treasure trove of magazines. I might just have to put this all back in this box. We'll see. Poems of Patriotism. World War II memorabilia. Ration books. Oh my goodness, I had no idea this was in here. I paid $7 for this box. Wow. Now this is interesting. Okay, I'm just going to go through this, but I'm going to sort it all out later. So, Wow, this is really incredibly cool. This is sealed. Food ration coupons. Oh, I think it just got sealed because over time it was sitting in here. That happens. Just be as gentle as I can. Look at that. Can you imagine rationing? It's just something that in the U.S. we don't even have to think about. Unless you're on food stamps or something. This is just not something that is on our radar. Wow, this is a really neat time capsule. News. Tells you how to use your stamps, I think. Wow. This is incredible piece of history. I don't know quite how to handle this. These are ink blotters. If they have this color on it in the back, they were meant for ink blotters. Oh my goodness. This feels like a part of it's a waxed bag. This place closed not too long ago. Oh my gosh, this is really a neat treasure. Memorandum. Somebody, Private George. Oh. He died in 1945 from wounds. So he's born in 25. So he was only 20 years old. How sad for this family. Oh, here's another one. Oh my gosh. I wonder if these are different last names. So I wonder if these were friends or local family or something. So you would write your letter on that. Another one. Oh. Wow, this is a treasure. This is not something that I would grab and say, let's make a junk journal out of it. This is stuff that I think has such historical value that I really need to go through it and figure out what I should sell, if there's anything local that should go to the history at the museums. Yeah, this is amazing. It's not really junk journal. Okay, here's a map of what? Vancouver Canadian Air Defense Identification Zone. Canadian border. Seattle Defense. Okay, more magazines. More clippings. People just love their clippings. But in a way, this is kind of Pinterest. Early Pinterest. Where they would, you just couldn't share it with people. Oh, this is neat too. Defense Special. I'm going to put that with that. Oh my goodness. Wow. These war bonds. World War II. This, I don't know if this one's rare. These are magazine covers. They're really not very valuable by themselves. Here is a poster. And this is only the first box. So yeah, pull up your chair, get some tea or coffee. We are diving into the past today. Wow, this is cool. I am just amazed at this box. I wasn't gonna get this box because I saw the political stuff on top. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did. Famous paintings. Flags. Scholastic. This is interesting. This picture is embossed. $1945 at the end of the war. The whole thing. It's huge. Wow. It's incredibly cool. No wonder this was in a big box. will be the next president? Ike or Alday? Interesting. This is really cool. Okay. I know, I keep saying that. Williston, North Dakota. It's ripped, but still very collectible. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, one box. I'm just blown away by the amount of history that is in that box. And that's the box I didn't think had much in it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, not all the stuff was included in this box. I did buy these bundles of cookie cutters because I sell them in my booth. They actually sell really well. So these were $5 each, and I just have to sell a couple out of each bag. I did buy these books. They were $2 each, but I bought them because of the languages, different languages. And I will look up values, of course. Look at this beautiful one. Beautiful book. I don't think this one was a foreign language, but it's just beautiful. It's Webster's Handy Dictionary, illustrated. Ooh, look at this beautiful writing. Oh, wow. Shakespeare quote. 1891. I don't think I could ever tear this book up. It's beautiful. And here's another foreign language. Looks like it used to be library. I wish the library pocket was still in there. Zoology. I don't know what that means. Does that mean something about animals? 1909. All right, I bought, okay, the reason why I went to this one is because they advertised postcards. Each of these things are postcards. I'm guessing there's like 50 to 70 postcards in each bag. All I have to do is sell 2 at my low price on eBay of each bag, and I'm in the profit. I won't go through all of these now because it just matters the time, but I bought all of them. Okay, and this stuff I believe was all in this box. And this box was $7. We have a baby book. And sometimes, if I am able to, if it's written in, I can find the descendants. But this one is not even written in. I could actually sell this as somebody can fill this in on Etsy or something. Anniversary. So anniversary celebration, not written in. So I wonder where they got all these, but I could probably do a bundle of baby stuff because there's another baby book. Bride etiquette, or I can put it in my booth. Planning book, baby's pictures. Just have to wonder why they never filled these in. Did they decide have a different book, or did they not have the baby, or just there's a lot of stuff here. Or were these like freebies from places? These are kind of cool though. Mystery beauty birds. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe we'll find out. Santa. This is a good one to put in my booth right now. I'm going to put this on my desk because it's Christmas related. Christmas Carol. That's beautiful. Nativity. Another Christmas Carol. Wow. Where did all these come from? Oh, Hoyt Manufacturing. Another Christmas by Edgar Guest. Beautiful. Okay, here we are with politics again. These are clipped together. We have Jafar. I've never heard of this one. Okay, Babcock. Oh, this must be Montana, I think. I'll have to do a little bit more of a dive into this. Oh, this is interesting. A little fake license plate, or maybe it's a real license plate. All right, Nixon. Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? Railroad transportation teacher kit. Oh, this is cool. Look at this old advertisement. Ooh, it comes out. Pleasing peppermint flavor. Treat from your local merchant. I wonder if the gum was in here. And that's probably what it was. Neat. Kellogg's Wheel of Knowledge. Okay, let's look for Montana. At the time, the important city other than the capital was Butte, which, yes, it was actually known as Butte, America at one time. Capital is Helena. Population was 11,802 of the capital. Most popular is cornflakes. It became a state in 1889. Ranks 39 in size, probably population. Principal rivers in Missouri. Square miles 146, almost 147. Population was 537,000. We have over 1 million people now because of, thank you to the show Yellowstone, ruined our state. Anyways, prenatal care. Thanks for, oh, look at this. A whole book of Western Union. Oh my gosh. Wow. I am just blown away by the amount of historical stuff in here. Paired pictures of our 35 presidents. Whoa. This is interesting. It's like almost plastic feel paper, but it's got a little texture on it. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is going to take me some time to go through it all. Ride the High Iron. Picture stories. Comics about trains. Gosh. I'm really glad I got this stuff, even though, look at this tape. Even though I'm trying to downsize, but I love history. Maybe this is a sign I'm not ever going to be a minimalist, but I'm going to do my best at going through stuff. Ooh, butterflies. Why butterflies? Chicago Tribune in 1932. There's puffins. Here's a Betty Boyd. We can't quite see her. Mary Fetch schooner in Bermuda. Germany's largest plane. And store window robberies in London. Minneapolis. This is the state that I grew up in, Minnesota. Back in 1948. This is not like the newsprint of today. It's very sturdy. Handwriting. Oh, where you can learn how to handwrite. Cursive. This is really cool. Teacher's manual on correlated handwriting. Wow. If this is out of print, I can make copies. If it's out of copyright. Easter. So it feels like it was from a box. Matchbooks. There was a whole box of matchbook covers. I know people collect them, but I just didn't want to deal with them. Argentine news. Okay. This person had all kinds of stuff. This is 1946. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Worship. My desk is basically no longer sorted. I'm going to have to go through this again in another time. This looks like from a catalog. Christian Brothers. Oh, this is another catalog. 1945. Wow. This is incredible. I don't even know if this company is still in business. Model planes. Cookie jars. Punch bowls. Does anyone use a punch bowl anymore? Could you imagine using that for your baby nowadays? Baby's Own Story. Another blank baby book, I'm guessing. Ooh. 1949. I think this is like their annual yearbook. They had a bunch of yearbooks there, but I didn't buy them. I've sold yearbooks before, but they're a slow seller. I wonder. That looks like it could be original writing. Go check that out. War Cry. Wow. What is this? Wow. Ooh, presidential elections in history. This is a huge poster. And that folds out. I've seen this magazine before. They're really not valuable, so this is probably a good junk journal thing. This is interesting. We can do a Google Lens search on her and see who she is. Pre-honor. Midweek Pictorial, 1932. Oh, this is actually signed. Beautiful artwork. Just a bunch of clippings of art. Looks like more Maxfield Parrish. I'm not sure what to do with these pictures of babies. This is cute. They obviously cut them out from something and mounted them. Maybe they hung them on the wall. I'm not sure what to do with this stuff. Calendar for the year. The calendar's missing. I don't know what year it is. It's beautiful. McCall's. Oh, here's what's on the back. Looks like it's a happy day when you have Chesterfield cigarettes. You don't really see cigarette advertisements anymore because it was outlawed. These are beautiful covers. More Freedom Train. To help you enjoy your vacation. Cody, Jackson, and West Yellowstone. Ooh, a Northern Hotel brochure. I haven't seen a brochure before. Oh, we got some pictures. Oh, these are touristy pictures. You can tell by this writing here that they bought this pack while they were out. Yeah. Old Montana. Oh, yay. Here's more. Beartooth Highway. See those tourist packs. Billings Post Office dedication. Oh my gosh. Wow. In 1940. This is history, guys. Origins of the swastika. This is. Be very careful, Julie. New something, Billings. New Grand Hotel in Billings. This letterhead can actually be quite valuable. I've sold some for $70. Oh. Gold Mining Company. Shares. Ooh, I'm a millionaire. I just found shares in the stock. I doubt it. 1973, some pictures. Glacier in Butte and Cutbank. I am really fascinated by our local history. Billings Gazette in 1939. Wow. 1950. Train schedules are actually quite collectible for people. A ranch. The 18 hotels and Billings. None of them are still in business. They may be in there by new names. Menu. Red Lodge Cafe. I have to go do so much research, but I am excited about it. I love history and finding things out. 1945. Pioneer Hotel. Wyoming. Northern Hotel. That's still in business. Hotel. I've heard of Karst's. Christmas Club. Billings. I think I have to put this out for Christmas. Train show. Wow. I am just in awe of this box for $7. A lot of this stuff I think I'm going to be selling because I don't want to use them in junk journaling. It has such historical value that I want them to be continued to be historical pieces. So stuff like this, however, not historical value. Ooh, this is copper. 1937 copper letter. Red Lodge Tourist Park. No longer there. There's Glacier. Billings Annual Rodeo Parade. They don't have it anymore. Wow, Yellowstone Park. With apologies to the park by Mileage Guaranteed. A hysterical map of the Yellowstone Park. I can't wait to look at that more. I'm going to be busy for all winter long. Work projects. I love when there's stuff tucked in here. Oh, look at this. A map. Okay, I just want to see what they wadded up. Oh, it was a typing exercise. His backspace doesn't work. Now, how fast is that? That is cute. Actually, I might keep that. What do we have here? Postage guarantee. Disabled veteran. Oh, a war letter. Because they would copy them onto a film and then send it over like this. So they didn't actually send the letter. They sent an image of the letter. It's kind of like an email. And then we have newspaper. Wow. Are you guys as floored as I am at how much history is in one box? $7. Okay, box number 3. I did tuck a couple extra things. Oh, is this that same dictionary fell in here? I did buy this because I thought this would be really nice for quilt covers, journal covers. It was $18, but it is a quilt top. It's unfinished, so I think it'd be easier to use. So I did buy these separate. I just stuck them in here, but stamps. I have sold postage stamps before in little packages to junk journalers. So I know I can make my money back on those, and there probably is nothing really valuable in them since they're in a box. And I did buy a couple of these advent calendars. I need to get those in my booth. And now let's get into what's in the box for $7. Oh, it's a poster. And paper dolls in uniform. And fairy tales. I'm gonna put the box on the floor, get stuff out. Alright, I might sound different because I'm sitting down now. But I'm getting tired and I think I need a snack. I'm down to 85 on my blood sugar level, and going down, so I need to get a snack. This has been so exciting. I'll be right back. Okay, I had a granola bar and I'm drinking an Izzy. So let's get into this. I did put on my air purifier, so there's a little bit of engine noise. I'm sorry if that bothers you. I came back into the room, I could just smell the old paper, the must, and my throat was starting to get a little clogged, which happens when I breathe in a lot of old stuff, and that's why I have the air purifier, which if you deal with a lot of old things, you probably want that, to have something like that. Oh, here's a War Bond stamp book, unused. Okay. There's lots of those. They're not exactly, you know, special, but they're still neat. More Montana. Here's a little more modern. Lewis and Clark. I haven't been to this yet. Maybe we should just do that this summer. Switzerland of America, what is the Switzerland of America? This is the Beartooth Mountains. Antidotes for poison. Interesting. Something that you need. And then you put it away in a box. Cobwebs and Lace. Somebody's memoir. Looks like it was signed by the author in 1969. Oh, more clippings and such. Hey, it's a tag. I'm not really going to go through all of these. I'll just pull out a couple so you can see. Well, this is interesting, but they just liked their pictures and clippings. I think these will be great for junk journaling. A lot of these are mounted. Oh, here's a bunch of other ones. And these come from, I think, magazines. So, how to run a successful Halloween party. Okay, here are more of these V-mails. Never used. Remember Pearl Harbor. Oh, they saved the clippings. Another stamp. I'm going to put that in the stamp box. Looks like this came out of a magazine too. More pictures. These look like war pictures. Just too many to show. We're going to be here like next week if I go through everything. Maybe in the times to come I will go through more slowly and show you what I'm going to do with them. This is a classic image of Yellowstone when people used to feed the bear. Don't do it nowadays. No, you don't want to do that. Auto Park. Linking the Parks with Lincolns. 1946 calendar from Billings. I am a part of the Billings History group on Facebook. I have this one already. And some of this stuff I can't wait to post and show them. So we're always looking for old history stuff. Evangelistic meeting. Tourist apartments. Midland Review. Eaton's Inn. Wow, look at these old campers or trucks or something. Pretty pictures. Looks like catalog pages. Maybe that was on their wish list. I want chaps and I want a car and a new dress. Wonderland. So cool. I am just, I just can't contain myself. This is amazing. Can probably do a bingo board of do a drinking game. How often does she say this? How often does she say really cool? Or I can't believe it? Or wow. Oh, flashes. Flashes photography was very well known back in the day, and they actually did a lot of postcards. This menu is not for sale. Wow. I wonder where they got the pictures. Did they put this together themselves? Oh, this is signed. Application for a savings bond. Presidential Inauguration Committee. 97. So that's not terribly old for Clinton. Okay, to me it's not terribly old because I lived through this. It's 1977. Can you guess what president that is? Jimmy Carter and Walter Mondale. Thanks for helping with Clinton's visit to Billings. Engraved with her name. 1933. So this is Ida B. Carlson, but here it says Claude Denny. Okay, usually the first page is the most written on, but looks like 35 and 36 were not as interesting. Ooh, I love when they put stuff in their books. This is an order form. Ooh, more stuff. Wow, books I have read. Receipts. Ooh, this is very fragile. Famous poems. I like poems. We'll do this next. Oh, we just have another license plate. We have some little trinkets. Looks like a blotter. Yep. Salvation Army. Another. These look like blotters, which actually are quite collectible. So if you see these, don't just make something out of them. Check and see if they're valuable, because you could end up having enough money to buy yourself a Cricut or something. And so it makes somebody else happy that hasn't been looking for that. Oh wow. It still kind of could work. Huh. Lingerie runners. Oh, so you would put it through the lace. Oh, these are little stars. Aren't they? Oh, no. They put something else in here. Child's Bible. Gum star. Because normally these would be like gold stars like this. Calendar in 1961. I bet you this is another calendar. Another blotter. A thimble. Oh, I wonder if this is a sewing kit. Oh, little thread. Which we do next? Let's do this. Some negatives. Looks like some tourist things. Christmas card. Oh, these are going to be family memorabilia things. Here, let's take them out. Put them. So there were pictures. There's some names. I think with all the stuff that I have, I could figure out more about this family. And if I wanted to, if I had my Ancestry subscription, I let it lapse because I hadn't been using it for a while. I could track them down there, somebody there. So we'll see. But another thing is, why didn't the family keep this stuff? Because obviously this is family stuff. I'm really glad they wrote on these. Keep these together in case I can find a family. I'll just do a quick flip. These are all. See if there's anything other than pictures in here. A little Christmas card. Real photo postcard. These are actually quite valuable. So if you find postcards that are photos, don't just tear them up or use them up. Check them. Check the value. Wow. Okay, so this is basically photos and stuff. So I'll have to... All right, I have no idea what's in this. Looks like a scrapbook. Well, here's information about the baby girl. Great Falls Apartments. Apartment needs. Wow, they kept what they needed. This is really neat. Because who would have thought to do that? Ooh. Oh. I really don't want to take this apart. Because it's such... Somebody put this together. To me, usually I have no problem taking things apart. But for some reason, going through all this stuff, I just feel like I need to keep this together. But we'll see if I feel like that later. You know, if they're doing the same thing I'm doing, is junk journaling with found objects. Same things we do. There's letters and things. Here's a dog. Normally I would sell this on eBay between $10 and $15, but this is in bad shape, so I don't think I would list that at all on eBay. Might put it in my booth, if anything. It doesn't have any writing on the back. Look at that. Well, she was a junk journaler at heart, wasn't she? Wrappers, receipt. I could make copies of it, scan these. Well, they were into politics way back then. Oh, aren't these adorable? These. Driver's license. 8th grade graduation in 1936. Then I think maybe the family took out some of the stuff they wanted. I don't know. This is a really special scrapbook. And now for something less historical. I think we're done with the historical boxes. This whole box, I guess I don't know how much it was. I think it was like $5-6, but I wanted this because of the stationery. So, and I've been wanting to go through this, but I wanted to wait till we could do it together. So we've got some cute envelopes and some stationery. I am low on my stationery, so I was happy to see this. One of the things about boxed stationery is you have to look in it when you're at the sales, because sometimes they put different things in there. I'm just going to take this stuff out. So we have some recipe cards. These are not something I really am going to keep. I know that. We have coupon books. Let's see if there's any coupons for organizers. Nope. Could use this to store ephemera too. For color. Mini accordion organizer. It even has its silica gel in it still. Never used. Look at this. Okay, this is why you open and look, because this stuff is not this. It has all kinds of stuff in there. There's one sheet or a couple sheets of that, but most of the other stuff is different. And you never know what you're going to find in these assorted boxes, which is fine. I like the variety. There's some more Christmas stationery. Looks like there was ink stuff in here. This is neat paper. And what do the envelopes look like? This is a pretty cool stationery set. We have, ooh, this is beautiful. Let's see what else we have. Florals. And there's a lot of plain paper too. This is thicker and it's got that on it. This has a gold border. Pansies. This is all pansies. Yep. One time I found a bunch of postage stamps in one of these boxes. I got this. Susie Zoo was really popular back in the 80s and 90s. I might see if I can sell that. This is sealed. Kitchen recipe cards. Red Farm Studios, actually brand name. More stationery. Oh, this is pretty. Nothing on the envelopes. More Susie Zoo. Looks like she has opened these, so I'll have to count and see how many are in there. I might sell those on eBay. And it's pretty. Okay. Alright, now you might think, what does soap have to do with everything? Anything? Well, I once sold a bar of soap that I got in an estate sale for 25 bucks plus shipping. Now, I love to use soap and just the pretty stuff and the stuff that smells in my bathroom, and I actually do use it. This was just a small section of the soaps that they had available. And here's my thing. This is actually new. This is, I think, Bath & Body Works. I'm going to go through and see if any of this stuff is valuable, and if I should list them on eBay. I was careful about what I picked. I would pick things that look like they were brands or something nice packaging and had a brand name. Here's in Riverton, Wyoming. Interesting. Or something like this one I just really like. I wanted for myself. And I will do that. And whatever's not worth more than like 10 bucks or something, I'll probably just keep. This is really cool too. And here's my thing. Look at all these soaps. This is not even half of what she had. And she never used them. And then they sat there, and they're for sale at the estate sale. Look at this. Drawer. Huh. So she never got to enjoy these except just to look at them and collect them and put them in her bathroom. Remember my mom used to have these, or her friends used to have these. So here's my thing, is that if you have these pretty soaps that people give to you, use them up. Because $2 at an estate sale, you save this all those years for $2 at an estate sale. I mean, I'm not saying you have to use every bar of soap that you are given. Maybe you want to have a special one that's more of a souvenir. But the amount of soap, that special soaps that she never used, just made me sad. Really made me sad. And I do have a few more because I went back on the half price day. Because she never enjoyed them. They were just put away basically in her cupboards. Maybe she got them out and enjoyed them. She liked to have a collection of soap. Fine, but I'm just... Use your stuff. Use the special stuff. And that pertains to junk journaling. Use the good stuff. Use the pretty stuff. Because when you're gone, you never used them for what they were intended for. Okay, then I went back on half price day on Sunday. My husband wanted to go, and so I had reserved a spot then as well. And I did buy some more soaps. These I bought more just because I liked them. It was $1 for these 4. And this whole bin was $3 of assorted soaps. I just like soap. I will use them all. And this one, that was in here, I think. And then I got a couple sets of cards. I think there's another one, too. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, maybe it's in another box. The ribbon got pushed back in. But anyways, I think these are cats or something. And then these 2 boxes, something to look for. There's handwritten things. It looks like they were practicing Hawaiian language. But just these are just gems to junk journalers like us. Okay, that was $1.50. And this was also half price, and I think it was the same price. And these, I think, are recipes. Okay, so I love these old recipes too. I do have some freebies I will be giving you during Vlogmas of my mother's recipes. I have them made up as PDFs, so we'll be doing a giveaway of those every day for free. I bought this bin of stationery when I went back because it was half price. And yeah, okay, so let's just see what's in here. Some invitations. These are old. I might even try to put those at my booth because of the vintage factor. Some postcards. Those over there. Actually, paper chase. So that's all envelopes. Some more postcards. Just a piece of cardboard. Oh, this was my husband wanted this. Thank yous. Okay, I did open this up and I thought, oh cool, but there's only one in there. They must have used the rest of the postcards. It's okay. Some cards, some envelopes, some more stationery. Oh, this is a brand new set. Oh, another new set. It's all white though. It's not. Here's an... She never used all this. Why not? This is why, ironically, this is part of why I want to be a junk journal minimalist. As I show you all the stuff I got. I know. But I'm also a reseller. I needed some inventory. Postcards. These are postcards. These are postcards. Some more cards, and it looks like a journal. Stuck. Unused journal. Okay, well that was that. And then I have one more thing to show you. The last of my half-price stuff. I did come back and buy one of these. So then it was $6 for this. They still had lots of these bags left. Okay, so this is stuff that I thought was kind of neat. This is not what it says. So sometimes you have to open the box. But look at this. This would be beautiful on a cover. So they trim things out of their something. Beautiful. And anything that wasn't marked, this wasn't marked, was $1, and then half price at 50 cents. Here is another thing, some playing cards, Christmas ones. I don't, this one I bought because this brought back childhood memories of when the Weekly Reader books. And I always wanted to get more of them, but my mom wouldn't, and we didn't have a lot of money. So now I can afford to. 1938, little storybook. I thought this was really cute. These books, I remember these kids when I was these illustrations. This artist, when I was a kid, I don't know if I had like dolls or paper dolls or something, but I remember playing with them. And when I saw these, I was like, oh, I want those, but I don't want to pay $2 for them each. So when they were still there at half price day, I was really happy because I think I would love to make some journals out of these. This is for my Montana journals. This is just, I just had to get this. Charlie Brown. This was also something from my childhood that I had, and I was thinking about a Christmas journal. Of course, it's November. By the time this happens, it's too late, isn't it? And that little golden book, I don't think I've seen this one before. This is really interesting. So this is why I think this person was a teacher, but they had quizzes. They had some paper dolls books. So this was Watch Me Grow. So I assume that the outfits get a little bit more mature as they go. Oh, look at so you would, these are perforated. Yep. And then this one is a new baby paper doll. Again, these were never used. Never cut out. I think this would be good to scan these. Here, this is, you can see it's perforated, so you can have a crib, or what is this? A bassinet or something. And this one, Sonia Henny. I don't know who this is. Looks like she was a skater. Again, never used. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, these, unless this is from a different one. I didn't realize this was in there. Okay. Costumes. They did cut out some stuff. And, okay, so if you are going to have, if you have things like this and you want to use them and not use the original, I think it's okay if this is out of publication to do it for your own good, but your own use. But if you're doing it to sell to somebody, you have to really make sure that it is in the public domain or out of copyright. Because if the company that put this together, let's see here, Merrill Publishing, I think they're still in business and they still have the copyright on it, then you could get in trouble for selling something that's not yours. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm more feeling ecstatic about all this historical things that I didn't know that was in a $7 box. Do you think I should have bought all this stuff? You let me know what you think as someone who's trying to become a junk journal minimalist. Or do you think when the opportunity comes, you just have to take it? Because honestly, that's how I'm feeling, because sales like this do not come along every day for Billings. Maybe in other places, but we don't have a lot of this sales like this. So much of historical value, locally, politically, historically, just general history, that I'm just going to be, I just love it. I love history, but at the same time that I love this kind of thing, I don't feel like I am the person to hang on to this and be the archive and the carer of this. I like to connect other people to those things. Because if somebody was looking for something like this, who's going to look in a $7 box and at a estate sale that's open for 4 days and once in a lifetime? Very rarely do I feel like I need to keep things anymore. Yeah, I'm going to be digging myself out. Let me know if you want to come along with me as I go through things more thoroughly. And I will thank you so much for making it through this far. Let me know what your favorite things were, what you would like, what you thought was good to get, or what you think was maybe a mistake.